Hi guys, welcome back to another Wasted Wednesdays.
We just had a shot.
So let's get started. Alright, so
How are we doing today? We haven't really seen each other in a while.
no, we haven't. Well, and I would have talked to you, but I had so much homework there was no time.
I could tell. Well, and I was gone last weekend too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I know. I was like, what's that? Lonely. I am so lonely.
I was thinking,
that's how I felt.
what's the... Oh, wait, no, that was... I'm gonna do... Never mind.
What was it?
The one that I was thinking of, as soon as I started doing it, I realized it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't that one?
It wasn't the right one. I was gonna do the do-do-do-do.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely
I don't know why that was what started
When
to
I
come
feel
out.
lonely, I just get the Jurassic
stuck in my head. It's very catchy,
I think that's
though.
coping.
It's
Yeah.
very catchy. I love it. It kind of gets off.
It does.
I've never actually
It's
seen
iconic.
Jurassic Park, but
Wait, what? Pause.
I'm
You
sorry.
can't finish that rest. Huh?
I've never actually seen Jurassic Park.
How? You haven't either?
I've never seen.
I've seen the new ones.
The Lion King either.
The new ones suck ass. Wait, you've never watched The Lion King? Bitch, what the-
I know the basic.
Okay, we're gonna.
And now that I think,
Oh my god, sorry, my ringer's
now that I
on.
think about it, I don't know if I've actually ever seen all of The Lion King.
What?
I have it on VHS.
It scared me a lot as a child.
Okay, well, we're gonna watch that. Okay, also Jurassic Park, I'm not super like, oh, we have to watch it. First of all, the newest one's Jurassic World, booty, straight booty. Especially when you know the first one. Like, the first one, I don't care about the other two in that original, like, arc or whatever, but that first one, iconic, beautiful. Who's the young girl? She's famous now. Maybe it's Kristen Dunst. Probably not. That's Jumanji. But it's like one of those
I like
bitches.
Jumanji, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that slaps. But, like, come on,
What was
Jurassic
that-
Park is so good. The
What was
suspense,
that
the
other movie
animatronics.
that was not Jumanji, but it was like kind of same thing, but it was like space. Fucking
Zathura?
yes,
That movie fucking slaps.
dude, I fucking love that movie. Kristen Bell was in
That's
it.
a sick day.
Yeah.
That's
See,
when you got
that's
the
one
flu
I've
in the
seen
fourth
bits
grade.
and pieces of.
I-
playing the
so good.
game.
I saw it a
so
lot as a
good.
child,
So did I.
but never on purpose. Like I would just turn the
Oh,
TV
yeah.
on and it would
Yeah.
just be playing.
That's
Yeah.
Forrest Gump for me. I've never watched that one through and through, but I've seen bits and pieces.
I've never seen all of
I can
Forrest
quote
Gump.
every single fucking line of Forrest Gump.
I had never watched Forrest Gump up until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it.
I mean, I've pretty much seen it. Like, I've seen.
I mean, with context clues and like
Yeah.
how people talk about it, I think I could figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, he runs in the end.
You're right.
Ginny, isn't that how he says it, right?
Sure.
Say it. How does he say
How
it?
does he say it?
Janae.
There you go. And then life is like a box of chocolate.
Yeah. See.
Lieutenant Dan.
I've seen Castaway, which that movie.
Never seen Castaway.
Okay, I mean, I wouldn't really recommend it. It's not my favorite Tom Hanks, but I mean, there's the iconic Wilson, which is what he calls the volleyball.
I am familiar with that.
So fun story about this movie and why I watched it. I had to take health, as most people do when they're in high school, and my health teacher was also a PE teacher, and his name was Coach Sims, and he was really cool, and he just let everybody know that, like, hey, I'm here for you if you need, here's how I've saved other people's lives, and they would, like, tell all these stories about how he just, like, helped out kids, but they were always, like, kind of whack and funny, but then cool. And, like, he never really taught. He would just kind of, like, be like, just kind of treat this as a study hall, and I'm going to vibe over here. But when he did teach, quote unquote, it was 3 times throughout the, like, quarter, because I was doing, like, block system in high school. We watched a movie, and it would be his 3 favorite movies, and he watched it every time he taught health. So the first one was Castaway, that he loved. Second one was Remember the Titans.
Ooh.
Yep. And then third one, I love a man who's secure in his masculinity. So he before I say it, he would always be like, okay, guys, this third one, I love it. I cry every time I watch it. It is an amazing movie. If you try to judge me for crying, you shouldn't. It is okay for a man to cry, all right? This movie's beautiful. It was a walk to remember. He made us every time. Yep. And then when it got to the sad parts, everybody'd be like look over at him, and he'd be on his desk like wiping the tears away. He said he cried every time he watched it.
I remember, like, the movies that we watched in high school, it was only, like, my freshman year, my lit teacher, we watched, Lord of the Flies. It was a good movie. Like, we read the book and then we read then we watched the movie, and it was good.
Okay.
Everyone had a crush on Jack because, of course,
I've never actually watched that one either.
for a little freshman in high school, he was cute, whatever. And then when we had to read Ender's Game in Lit also, and then when that movie came out, it's with fucking Ava Butterfield.
I don't think I actually watched the movie, but I think
It
read
was
the book.
shit. The book was shit, and the movie was shit.
It has like the dude on the cover.
I don't remember.
It kind of looks Hunger Games-y, right?
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
space.
I think I watched that. Or
Yeah,
read
so
it.
we went to
I
go
don't
see
think I
it in the
watched
theater, and like it was.
I get that one mixed up. Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Okay, I get that mixed up with that video game one. The like VR one. Ready Player One. I get Ender's Game and Ready Player One. I was literally
Those are not
saying
the
this,
same.
but
The covers.
they come off the
I was
same.
thinking of, what's that animated one?
The girl with the bug eyes and she's like a RoboCop thing.
No, and it's like they're in a video game, and it's animated, and, it's something, and,
All I can think of right now is Tron Legacy, and I fucking love that movie.
Tron. I only watched that once.
I don't know why I love that movie so much, but I do. It's just, it's
I
fun.
mean, it's aesthetically pleasing.
I think that's probably what it is.
Oh,
I don't know what I'm gonna Google, though.
that was an interesting detour.
Yeah.
Well, let us know when you find it. In other news in our lives, I guess, to talk about. Well, I was joking before we started. I said, I'm just going to talk
Wreck-It
about...
Ralph. Sorry.
Wreck-It
Wreck-It
Ralph?
Ralph.
Oh, what?
Sorry, okay.
That, okay. That's actually
I mean, it
one and
was-
two.
I never saw the
Amazing.
second one. I wish I wanted to, though.
Chef's Kiss. Honestly,
But I did
great.
really like it.
Sophomore slump, never heard of her in the Wreck-It Ralph universe. Amazing. Good shit
Wreck-It
right there.
Ralph
First
cinematic
one.
universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got the Disney princesses in that bitch,
Yeah, that
too.
was cool.
Yeah, I like that. That was good. I think I watched that on a plane, or at least it's a movie you do watch on a plane. Where did I? I don't know where I watched it. Oh, I watched it when we went up to the mountains. Not with you, with somebody else. Or was it with you?
No, not with me.
Oh, I guess it was... Oh, it was my sister, yeah, because Redbox. You know, you're just
Yeah.
what can... You know...
What did we watch when we went to the mountains?
We watched, that one with J-Lo.
Oh,
Hustlers.
Hustlers. That was a bit of a letdown.
It
I can't
was.
lie. I mean, like, it was cool to see everybody strip and everything, but then, like, when you read into the movie and how the girl is based off of, I think she didn't give them permission to do it, to use her story.
Yeah.
And then, like, a lot of people were saying it wasn't inaccurate. Or, like, they were just kind of saying the problematic thing about making a movie about strippers in this context is that's what people already assume strippers do.
Yeah.
So it wasn't very, like, positive
Yeah.
in that sense. And then I think there was a couple other things. But it was interesting to see Lily Reinhart, like, not be in Riverdale.
Did she just came out as bi, right?
Yeah, she was just kind of like, my friends already knew, everybody already knows, but, like, y'all didn't know. And she just told us. But that was after, she told everybody after she broke up with Cole Sprouse. And I don't know, the more I see him in the media, when I just, like, get clickbaited by Snapchat, he just comes off more and more like a dick right now.
Yeah. I didn't mind him at first.
I mean, he was my favorite Sprouse twin. I know you're a Dylan stan, it's fine.
Hey Dylan, if you're watching this, hi.
He is set with that girl.
I
And you
know.
know what? Good for them.
Yeah,
Him and his little brewery and his cute model girlfriend.
yeah, that is cute. But I didn't mind Cole Sprouse so much. Like when Riverdale first started, like before we all knew what the train wreck it was. Basically,
Yeah.
when only the promos were out and everyone was thinking like, "Oh, is this gonna be gay?"
Well, that was the selling point because they were like, we have waiter jobs, we're living a normal life, and then Cole Sprouse was like, I'm acting again.
Yeah, basically. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, I was excited for that. And then
Yeah.
Riverdale happened, and then
Yeah.
I remember watching, I don't know if you've ever watched any of Riverdale.
I watched the first season. I think I tried the second, but it was just like well, I actually hated the first season. Like, straight up hated it. It was just because at the time I had already been watching a lot of crime shows or a lot in that same kind of relation, and I just kind of thought it was like really overdone, super cheesy. The only like spin to it was that they were Archie characters, but then it was just
Yeah.
kind of like, why can't you just follow more Archie stuff? Why did it have to become this like murder mystery? And like the teacher storyline was very
That was
uncomfortable
fucked
to
up.
me.
I
I hated it.
watched about 3 or 4 seasons of it, and eventually I probably will
3
continue.
or 4, isn't that the whole series?
No, there's like 5 seasons out now.
Oh, okay.
5
She
or
just
6.
hasn't watched
There's
the
like 5 or
latest.
6. But granted, I probably will watch it whenever it's uploaded. It's so bad. But,
I know,
like,
that's the selling
It's
point.
so bad, but I still want to know
But
what
aren't
happens.
they singing now? I can't do that.
Yes, they are. It's criminal.
That's why I'm not even mad that Sabrina got canceled. Like, I fucking loved that show, but then they started singing, and I said, burn it to the ground.
My thing with Sabrina, I liked the last season a lot, except I didn't like singing. I didn't like the singing, and I didn't like how they portrayed paganism, and, like, they did a weird thing with Hecate at the end, because they were like...
Oh, spoilers.
Oh. Spoilers.
Whatever. If you haven't seen it by now.
Oh, well.
Fuck you.
But, like, they did, like, a weird thing with her, like, they were trying to start, like, worshipping her instead of, like, Satan, but, like... While they were trying to worship her, or decided that they were going to, they were also shitting on paganism, where I'm like, you can't pick and choose, because, like, Hecate is part of... Like, she's a huge part of paganism, I believe, I think.
It would seem like it, because she is a Greek god, and
yeah.
That's...
They do focus a lot on the gods, and then the way they were, like, kind of turning the Green Man out to be evil, and, like, if you know...
the Gaia thing was weird, too.
Well, if you know anything about, like, paganism, or, like, witchcraft, or anything like that, and, like, in the traditional sense... Basically, everything that they were shitting on and, like, making it seem that, like, evil and bad is what a lot of pagans have been working towards breaking those stereotypes for, like, a really long time. Mm-hmm. And they just kind of took a fat shit on that. And I didn't like the way that it was portrayed. And it felt very, like, like this is an actual religion that people follow. And, like, portraying it in that way, I didn't like that.
Do you think it's because they are so... Christian heavy, like they're so focused on Christianity in that show?
I think so, and I also just think that they didn't think about it. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think they actually did their research into what a lot of these things are. Because I think I was telling you, even like the way that they pronounce some of the holidays, like like they pronounce Samhain, and just stuff like that. That's like very basic like research stuff. Where if you were to look into it and like even just like basic stuff to like, hey, let me try and make sure that I'm portraying this in, like, an accurate way, that I'm getting all the facts straight. It's like they just didn't have it.
Interesting.
And the way that they were celebrating Ostara, which also is a pagan holiday, but they were calling it Ostara while I think the pagans were calling it something else, or, like, I don't know, it didn't align. And I'm like, if you want to bring this new thing in, like, that's something the research is out there. Like, it's not hard to find. Like, just be educated on it and, like, don't make it look dumb.
So now they're canceled, so...
Yeah. No, actually, they got renewed for one more season.
They did.
Yeah, it's like a wrap it up.
If they fucking sing, I'm gonna hurt somebody. The little executive producer, Riverdale, bitch, he's gonna be hearing from me. I hated it. He was like, Riverdale was doing so well with our musical episodes, so we decided to put that in Sabrina. That's what he said. That's what the executive producer said, because I Googled it. I said, because I didn't notice until probably, like, towards the end of the season, I was like, wow, There's a song in every episode. Yeah. And I looked it up and I was like, yeah, they did that on purpose. And I was like, I hate that. I hate it. That. Kind of in the same realm. I am going to wait to talk about Supernatural until I finish it. Okay. But at this point, just as an update, she has stopped. It's just me now.
I took a break. Okay, I didn't stop. I'm just taking a little break after, like... the 5th season.
Sound like fucking Ross over here with the I'm taking a break. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm going to finish it. I'm in season 11. I just have to at this point, but I have a lot to say, but I'm not going to say it right now. But
I've tried to get her to tell me about it because I'm like, but what if
she has to be just as angry as I am because I'm very angry. I'm a little teed off, if you will, with this fucking show. It's like, I could get through the first, like, basically, I left off somewhere close or in season 10, and I could get through all of that again because I just knew all the bullshit that was gonna happen, and I was just like, oh yeah, and then I was able to kind of appreciate it a little bit more, and now that I'm into the shit I haven't seen before, I can't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it right now. It would take a long time. You know? I'm like at work watching this show. I like get through like 5 episodes in a work day, honestly. Like today I was like, you know what? We're watching Supernatural. And like, I mean, I'll be glued at certain points, and at certain points I'm like, yeah. But no, I'm not going to say anything. There's a lot I want to say, but that would take like 30 minutes, and I don't want to do that right now.
We'll have another update.
We were talking about personal stuff before I said Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah. No, what a wonderful just detour. Just like, boom. Personal stuff. Well, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about school anymore. I finally finished. Yay. Finally, they heard. I finally finished one of my summer classes. The other one is way easier. I'm not even pressed about it. I'll get it done tomorrow. But this one, I just had a mental block about. And you know, when you just have to calculate everything, you're like, what can I not turn in? What can I get a low grade on? What can I do this and that and that?
What's the minimum that I can do to pass this class?
To pass it, to not affect my GPA. But I it's cool.
Yeah.
I love my life. Whatever, that doesn't... Anyways, I made a TikTok, and I was very happy, because, it got, like, 300 views, and I was like, oh, shit, and, basically, my TikTok was just basically about, like, if we literally ate rich people, what would they taste like? And, we collabed.
It was a collab.
On this one. Because she helps me think about how Elon Musk would taste like tuna salad, but not even like good tuna salad, like dry tuna salad, like not enough, like not enough mayo in it, like just like you take a bite and you're like, yeah, you know, exactly. Like it's just like, it's like eating sand, like it's getting stuck to the top of your mouth. You can't really like get through it, can't swallow. It's disgusting. Mm-hmm. So I know he doesn't moisturize, but anyways, I have 10 comments on that bitch, right? And I'm gonna read them because they kind of make me mad. I almost posted on my Twitter about it. I use that, like, the main photo everybody uses of Elon Musk.
He looks like tuna salad.
He straight up, right?
Boy, you look like a tuna salad.
Yeah, right? So, I'll read the 2 comments that made me really... 350 views now. See, I'm famous. You guys can't... I'm too cool. Alright, anyways. Here's the first one that pissed me off. Elon would probably wouldn't taste so good because he works and stresses a little too much.
He what?
Sorry, I stumbled over that. Elon probably wouldn't taste so good. He works and stresses a little too much. Like, sir doesn't work. He doesn't work. He doesn't. He didn't even come up with Tesla or anything involved. He paid for that. Anything that his name was a part of, he paid for.
Benefits off the backs of people that he underpays.
Exactly. So, I was like, no. And then the other one that has 11 likes is Elon Musk is probably the most humble billionaire out there, TBH.
You can't...
I know!
You can't be... That contradicts itself. Yes. A humble billionaire? No.
There's no such thing. So this kind of like, I'm already mad about all these things.
Why are you licking their boots? Why are you trying to suck up to billionaires?
Bootlickers.
Like think about that. They don't give a shit about you.
I know.
If you somehow started to work for them, they would pay you like
nothing.
Criminally low.
Think about how little Amazon workers work or get paid, and they work for Jeff Bezos is a trillionaire. He's a trillionaire. Yeah, so that's what I was going to say was, well, I would, like, come for these people, and I'd probably make another TikTok making fun of them, but I'm not popular on TikTok, so I'm going to let it be. I'm going to let this one slide. But say I do become popular on TikTok, I'm gunning for them. I won't say who they are. I'll just, like, include the comment. I won't, like, show their ad, because that's a little too much. And maybe they don't know. But, like, I
would say show their ad.
Well, maybe they're 12 and they don't know how much billionaires do not care.
I say bully 12-year-olds.
Well, yeah, but my whole point and what makes me mad is there, like you were saying, there's no such thing as a humble billionaire. Like people, and here's my thing with Elon Musk. And I mean, we're gonna talk about why he's kind of like trending right now too, but people want a rich person to be like them so badly that they latch onto Elon Musk because he fits that... Ooh, I almost knocked that drink over. He fits that image for them when he straight up is not. He couldn't care less. He literally, and nobody wants to say it, and I'm sure if people watch this video, they're going to be like, that's not true. But he like started a civil war.
Yeah,
what was it,
I did
Botswana?
See that. Bosnia?
Kill me. Anyways.
It's okay. Keep going.
But, like... He is a billionaire. He comes from privilege.
Yeah.
Like, his parents were rich. He's rich. I don't give a fuck that he, like, disowned his dad or whatever. He was able to start this life that he had from his father's money. So it doesn't matter how he cares about him now. He was born into this shit.
Yeah. Well, and it's just
he doesn't come from humble beginnings, and most rich people, especially billionaires, do not.
Well, and I've said this before, but millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, whatever.
The 1 trillionaire.
Trillionaire. Anyway, they're so far disconnected from, actual, human life. Mm-hmm. They can't, sure, they'll try and be quirky and relatable or whatever, but they're not. Once you've reached that point of being so high up, you can't be relatable, or you're not. You can't. Yeah. You're just disconnected from what reality is.
Yeah, and if you grew up in that lifestyle, or even if you were, you started from humble beginnings. I had this conversation, this is, the 4th time now, but this is how mad I've been about it this week. You don't remember, you don't know. I'm thinking back to the viral Hot Ones interview with Paul Rudd, and how the interview guy, I forgot his name, but he was like, Paul Rudd, how did you get your start? And Paul Rudd just said one sentence, and he was like, at least that's what I've said, because I don't even really remember at this point, but I've just said that over and over again.
Yeah.
That must be how it got started, but he doesn't remember.
Yeah.
And I'm sure plenty of other people in his price range are the same way. And I've said this before too, once you get to a certain price point, doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter who you are, what you identify as, because you are equal. Your money makes you equal. The fact that Ellen DeGeneres could sit next to George Bush like it was nothing.
Yeah.
That's called your money making you equal.
Well, and also, so you want to talk about, humble rich people or whatever, or, sure, they came from, humble beginnings, or they did work hard to get where they are. If they truly cared about the people, and if they truly, mm-hmm. wanted to be, wanted to give back to the community and, all that stuff, then they would distribute their wealth, and they would level themselves.
And distributing their wealth does not mean charities, because there's a really good Patriot Act episode where he talks about how that's just a whole scam for rich people to look good, but they don't actually end up paying any of that money until years later, or it's in small increments.
Yeah.
So they may donate $1 million to some charity, but they're not really doing that. And the way to actually help and make a difference in somebody's life is to directly fund it.
Go into the community and make those community changes.
Yeah, because funding a charity, well, you're also paying for the charity to pay for people to work for them, to pay for their merchandise, to pay for whatever programs they have on. But people just want this humble rich person so bad for them to feel like they can be that person, they can strive to be that person. They don't want to believe that rich people aren't like us, that they're disconnected from us.
I don't get it. I don't know why people are so hung up on the fact that they want these rich people to like them or to be like them.
But think about it. We've been fed that. I was also saying this in these conversations. You watch ESPN, how many times do they focus on one of their rich-ass players and be like, oh, they started from nothing and here they are. And they do this whole, mini biography on these people just to humble them and make you feel like, oh, I could be them.
Yeah.
Or, oh, they started from humble beginnings, now they're making millions. And I know I got lectured on this a little bit, that especially if you're not top players, you still have to hustle and maintain your spot on the team and everything. But still, I feel like my point applies.
Also, the disproportions of people of color in the sports industry that are getting those higher paychecks, because it's not, and white people that are getting those the brand deals,
talk about gender
and gender in itself. Let's just talk about the U.S. women's soccer team.
Those bitches still aren't getting paid what they need to, and they're better than the men's team. Okay,
literally,
it's fine. I'm not mad about
it. Which I am.
Okay.
And I've had this conversation with people so many times. The reason why people they look at the women's the U.S. soccer team and they're like, wow, they're so good. Why are they not more recognized? It's because they have to be more good. More good? Is that
better?
They have to be better. They have to be better because, okay, don't get me wrong, I love soccer. Soccer is my favorite sport. It's the only sport I really give a shit about besides derby, and I love it. I grew up watching it. I grew up playing it. But specifically in men's soccer, they got a drama issue. There's the flopping, the faking injuries. It's a part of the soccer culture. It is. It's a part of the culture. It's just a thing.
See, my issue is coming from derby culture where it's oh, you broke your ankle and you still want to play and you got to get through the end of the game.
Yeah.
I do not understand it.
I will say, it's bigger. The dramatization of it, I believe, is bigger because, at least with these Latin American countries, because, like, you got a little spicy blood, you know? you know, you got a little drama in there, like, whatever. And so men's team is, like, you got that drama going on, like, whatever. Like, people can excuse that because it's men and it's soccer and it's something how it's always been. But with the rise of women's soccer, you can't, like, women can't afford to be dramatic, otherwise it just feeds into that image of them. They can't afford to be dramatic, they can't afford to show injury, they can't afford to do all this shit. So it forces them to be better. Like, it forces them to be better because they don't have any other choice to focus on anything but the game.
Yeah. And they're amazing.
They're so fucking good.
Who's the pink hair chick?
Megan Rapinoe.
Her. You know her.
She's
delicious.
hot.
I follow her on Instagram. I love that bitch.
Yeah.
She's like dating like a.
Although I will say I believe she endorses Joe Biden in a good way, in like a he's actually good, not like he's our only choice. Yeah.
Well, we'll let that one. You know, some money.
I think she's also friends with Ellen. That may not be true though.
We could chalk that up to just being an older lesbian. You know, older lesbians sometimes
flock together.
Yeah, birds of a feather.
So that's the only thing.
Regardless,
but I love soccer. I love the women's team. They have to be better. That's it. They have no other choice because if they weren't good, then they just wouldn't exist. Now they're existing, not getting paid. They need to get paid. Mm-hmm. But if they weren't,
how many titles they have?
Yeah, but because if they weren't good, then they just wouldn't exist.
That's true.
Like, they have to be good. So that's my little rant on that.
Yeah, so anyways,
I said, actually, I do want to talk about it.
We hate gender inequality and classism.
Yes,
that's
and
really,
the pay gap.
Yes, exactly.
And racism. Let's just
and
racism.
You know what? We hate all those little isms. Fuck that shit. Yes, so back to Elon, though.
Yeah, explain this to me, because I wasn't really on my phone last weekend too much. It was my brother's graduation, and, like, that was the whole thing. So I wasn't really on my phone, and I saw a little bit of it, but also I didn't, so...
Yeah, so I've been pretty in the know, because it makes me angry, and like I said, I've just been talking about how much, sorry, I got little burps. Oh my god, no, don't be hiccups. Anyways, I just feel like I just hate rich people. I just hate them. I hate the whole culture. And they were already annoying before this, but now with COVID and the pandemic and just seeing...
This episode will be titled Eat the Rich.
Things. Yeah, like, literally, like, it makes me even more mad. It makes me realize where I stand politically and, like, where... I'm just, like, waiting for that class war. That's what I'm waiting for. I just... In that TikTok, there's not a TikTok made, but maybe I'll make it. But, you know, it's like 4 different angles, and you're just, like, sitting there and waiting. That's me. That's me waiting for the class war, because I'm fucking ready. I'm so tired. Tax the rich, all that shit. Let's eat them. I don't care. Whatever. But Elon Musk is trending right now because... Okay, where to start? So he said on his Twitter, this is the one that's coming to mind really right now. He said that, something about how we shouldn't give more, like, tax breaks. Oh, are you looking it up?
Okay, I saw that. I saw that whole thing, and then he was like, support the coup, and, like...
Support the coup?
He was saying something about staging a coup in Bosnia.
But didn't he actually, though? Wait, what? Which one are you looking at? Don't talk... The pronouns one I'm gonna get to.
Okay, I'm scrolling.
Okay. Yeah, there's, like, one, because everybody was like... Oh, because this girl I really like, Sarah Lucar? I don't know how to say her last name, but she basically, like, retweeted his thing where he was like, we shouldn't give any more, like, basically, like, COVID relief money, and then she was like, this you, and it was just basically about how much, like, relief money Tesla has gotten from the government, and I was like, that's tea. Like, I don't know, as a rich person, you have no right to say that people
don't deserve, like, money.
Yeah, like, sir, you don't deserve it. Do you even pay your child support? Probably legally he has to, like, big time. Oh, and also a really great read is his first ex-wife wrote this whole thing, like this like tell-all. You read that shit? Oh my god, it's amazing. Where she was basically talking about like, she tells how he started, how he used to be when he first got into this lifestyle. Like, he was already kind of like upper class, but then it was like, you know how he skyrocketed. And she's like she has 5 of his kids, I think.
Okay.
Oh my god. That is amazing. It's very insightful of what kind of man he is. But anyways, so there was that. And then, as like almost like a sequel, he tweets, "Pronouns suck." And nobody really knows what the context was for that. It's almost assumable that it's about their child, because him and Grimes have a kid who they said I guess they're using he, him pronouns, but they said they want to raise him in a way that like he can choose how he would prefer to.
So kind of like a gender neutral environment.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. But like, so I don't know if it's into reference to that, or maybe somebody said, "Hey, this is my pronouns, can you please use them accordingly?" I have no idea. And then some people are in the reply saying that Grimes goes by gender neutral pronouns, but then some people, you can't really find that anywhere, and the only place that you can, or at least that I've seen people repeatedly use, is this one interview where she says she doesn't like how feminine she's presented in the media.
Okay.
And when it comes to pronouns, she doesn't really care.
Okay.
That's pretty much her stance.
Okay.
I could be wrong, so I think I'm going to continue to use she, her, because she hasn't officially said otherwise.
Okay.
Because I did check her social media pages, and it doesn't say in there, and then again, like, you can't really, like, you can't Google it and find it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, she's quoted as saying she's just indifferent.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'll say she, her.
Okay.
I don't know. She just hasn't really said otherwise, I guess. But yeah, so that's kind of like her place on that. So I don't know if it's into reference to her, is it in reference to their child, but then people were bringing up, there's this like one interview that I guess Elon did recently where he referred to her as Grimes, which people were like, that's weird, why would he refer to her and as like her stage name, why not Claire?
Yeah.
And like, whatever. I mean, maybe he does.
I just always imagine that he called her Grimes.
Yeah, like, I thought that was like a weird thing to take issue with. Like, I don't know, like, I go by Chip, that's not my real name, and I would prefer people not to call me my real name. Yeah. Like, so I thought that was weird that people, but whatever, maybe I guess they thought that was it. But then he's doing an interview, so like, why would he say Claire? He's gonna say Grimes, right?
Yeah, but I would think so.
Then people pulling up other receipts of this other interview that he did, that he says he wins arguments with her by yelling in her face and snapping in her face.
Oh, fuck off.
And so then, after she said the pronouns thing, can you look this up? She deleted a tweet. She, like, replied to it, and she said something.
It was like, give me your phone, or turn the phone off, something like that.
Yeah, so basically.
Okay, so just to clarify, the original tweet said, another government stimulus package is not in the best interest of the people, IMO. And then he,
Which, like, sir, fuck off.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
You're the 1%. You're the 1%.
Yeah.
And then he said, as a reminder, I'm in asterisk favor of universal basic income. And it's like, okay, bitch, but you're a billionaire. So
yeah.
What?
So, like, shut up.
So, like, give me your...
Yeah.
Your universal
I would
basic
love
income.
to know what
like,
the lowest paid Tesla worker makes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because...
Anyway. Okay.
What did he say about... Because I saw there was something about, like, a coup.
God, that train's coming through again. I'm really sorry, everybody.
Seen anything.
The life, the city life.
My phone.
And then he's talking about Kanye West.
Okay, yeah, so him and Kanye apparently are really good homies.
Oh, well, and there's... This doesn't really have to do with Kanye. Oh my... No, I don't know.
I don't want to touch on Kanye.
No, I don't either. But... The picture of him, of Elon Musk, and
with the
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
No.
He was in a picture with Epstein and
so whether or not he
Ghislaine.
was involved with that, he for sure knew, because there was that one bitch recently who, in an interview, convicted herself because she said, oh, we all knew what was going on. Which, like, dumb bitch, keep your mouth shut, but also, thanks for confirming what we already knew.
Yeah, it was the...
Which is, you all knew what was happening.
It was like the CEO of Reddit, I think.
No, she wasn't. The CEO used to be Serena's. You were saying she was high up in Reddit, but she's not the CEO.
Oh, maybe not.
Because Serena Williams is married to the former CEO. He just backed down because he said, I don't even know. We don't need to even
also,
go in that.
I would like to point out that Donald J. Trump, Mr. President of the United States, let me find it, tweeted, where is it? I just saw it. I did see the thing about the coup.
Yeah, I just found out about that. Basically, what it was, it's U.S. government organizing a coup against Evo Morales. I don't know who he is. I think he might have been the president of Bolivia. So it was Bolivia, not Bosnia.
Oh, okay.
In Bolivia, so he could obtain...
One of those B countries.
So he could obtain lithium there used for Tesla. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, to his pronouns tweet, so Grimes, she deleted it, but she responded, like, basically, like, kind of how Kim responds to all of Kanye shit, like, get the fuck off your phone and please call me, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And I saw somebody be like, look at Kanye and Elon embarrassing their wives, so they gotta get on Twitter to, like, tell them to shut the fuck up. But, like, okay, real quick, Elon and Grimes, as far as I know, are not married. They just refer to each other as partners.
I've seen people, like, making jokes, like, Elon, get off Twitter, like, your wife is about to divorce you. Or, like, just, like, shit like that. It's kind of funny. But
it's like, she should leave. I was actually thinking about this on my way home. Oh,
the tweet says, I love you, but please turn off your phone or give me a doll. A dial?
A dial?
I don't know.
Like a call?
I cannot support hate. Please stop this. I know this isn't your heart.
Yeah, so let's unpack this, because I was thinking about this on my way home today from work. And I was thinking about, we all are like, oh, Grimes, get out of this relationship, blah, 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 blah. But who knows? I mean, as I am somebody who, when I'm around big personalities, it's really hard for me to, like, find myself or whatever. And maybe the same case, I don't know her. I am totally assuming, and some of my assumptions I'm just going to keep to myself too, because I don't know the situation. I don't know her. I don't know them. But, like, I almost imagine maybe that's what it is. Or he's just very controlling and very, like, in her face, and she doesn't come off as that type of person. It seems very introverted, you know?
Yeah.
And I've seen interviews and of her, and so this is kind of what I'm making my assumptions off of. And I mean, like, I feel like when I watch her, I can relate, because she just kind of seems like she's trying to figure out exactly what to say and, like, how to get it all out. And I feel that way, too.
Yeah.
And who knows? I mean, we're third parties looking in on this relationship. She just had a kid with him.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck knows? And it was a difficult childbirth. He was not there for her, because there was recently, too, her mom popped off on his Instagram and was saying how he wasn't even doing shit while Grimes was going through postpartum. And also, like, she was even talking about while she was pregnant how much she really wasn't enjoying the experience. And then again, this is, like, his 7th kid. And, like, I don't know, but he just doesn't come off very, like, he's doing his part as the father. Oh, yeah, because there was another clip from an interview where people were talking about how he said that he doesn't change diapers. He doesn't change diapers. He's very much, like, fitting into gender roles. So who knows? Maybe Grimes is just wrapped up in all of that she can't see what we're seeing, and that's fair, because sometimes you just can't when you're in it. Like, it's weird.
I agree with all that. My kind of, like, idea on all that is, like, I agree with everything you said, but also, if your partner is complicit in doing a lot of these stuff, like, how you're feeling against that, and I get, like, if you're soft-spoken, like, if you can't act, like, you know, I understand, like, if it's hard, it's still, like, I feel to an extent, like, you're at least complicit in it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's, like, I feel bad for her, but I'm not 100% sympathetic, because I'm, like...
well, yeah. Because I was gonna get to my point,
well, because I, like... Sure, like, maybe now, like, you know, she does have a lot going on, like, you know, with the baby and postpartum, and like you said, it's easy to get wrapped up, but, like, before the baby, before all of that, like, it's not like he's changed that much in character.
Yeah, they just now have a kid.
Yeah, it's like now they have a kid together, but, like, when they first started, like, getting together, I'm like, girl, you didn't know, like...
Yeah, so that was my part, too, to that. It's just, like, yeah, like... I don't like their relationship. I had a friend who was a diehard Grimes fan, and then felt like she just kind of, like, ditched everything that she stood for.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that goes to my theory that at one point or another, everybody becomes a sellout. Like, money, fame, being around people, and that price point. I don't know. It just like changes things. You just get swept up in that. You don't know what reality is anymore because you're not a part of it. Because being rich, that's not real. That's not reality. Like, honestly, like that's a made up world. But yeah, like, and then the fact that she deleted anti-imperialist
Yeah.
from her Twitter bio, like, bitch, you knew.
Well,
you
the fact that she
know.
deleted that at the same time, allegedly Elon Musk is helping, or the U.S. government is staging coups in these other countries.
Yeah.
For his profit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't.
Like, yeah, like, you can't be for the people and then be dating somebody who's a billionaire.
Like, I'm sorry, like, if he has, like, shitty character, but that, like, I'm sorry for that, and, like, her, like, having to, like, be, like, kind of, I'm assuming, like, stuck with him for that.
Yeah.
For, like, his shitty character, but when you're, like, literally harming other people's lives, like, in my opinion.
If you're that rich, you are.
Yeah.
Billionaires are harming people's lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes on, like, he replies to his own tweet a couple times, basically saying, like, about the, another government stimulus package is not in the best interest of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, his defense of that is, where's the tweet? It says, basically saying, like, if you take $2 trillion or whatever and divide it up by everybody, it should be like $6,000, but most citizens would, $2 trillion divided by 330 million would have netted every American about $6,000. Instead, most Americans received $1,200 while the special interests got the rest. And then that was like someone replying to his tweet, and he said, yeah, would have been better just to send everyone $6,000. So he's basically saying, like, it's not, like, we shouldn't do the stimulus package again because it didn't benefit the people like it should have. And so I'm just like, okay, but, like, you're a billionaire.
You don't get to
pay his
decide.
employees. Like,
You don't get to decide what's best for the people, how little or how much they deserve.
Yeah.
Like, you as
We already have rich people in Congress doing that.
Yeah.
like, as a billionaire business owner who has employees, you should do that.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't, like, you should be sending people $6,000 if you want people to have $6,000.
Yeah.
Don't shit on a stimulus package that's going to give people possibly their rent money,
Also,
their food money.
Yeah.
Instead of like telling people that $1,200 isn't enough when that is so much money to so many people.
Yeah, that's another like month that someone can survive. Like,
Exactly.
And
not even if you calculate rent, groceries, like everything.
That would be like 2, 3
Yeah,
for
so,
us.
like,
Maybe more.
yeah.
Actually more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically he's just saying, like, that's basically trying to say, like, that's not what I meant by not saying, by not wanting a stimulus package. I wanted, like, people to still have money and universal income, but, like...
Then give out your money. Distribute your wealth.
your fucking money then,
It's like,
bitch.
wow, I feel so bad that stimulus package
purse.
wasn't enough. I wish someone could do something about that.
Well, so the thing is with that too is like when you are a billionaire, you also have political pull because you probably had to finesse politics to also get where you're at. You've got senators, you've got Congress people on retainer. I know it.
Yeah.
And just like even talking about the coup we were talking about, like he definitely has influence. So to say something like that doesn't help us, the lower class's case.
Yeah.
He's making it worse for us.
Yeah, he said...
Even if he's in our favor.
Yeah.
He's basically saying these stimulus packages are jammed to gills with special interest earmarks. If we do a stimulus at all, it should be direct payment to consumers. And I'm like, okay, so pay me.
Okay, so
then.
do it.
Yeah.
So
So
do it.
Who's your little Congress buddy?
Yeah.
You go talk to them about it. Like
Yeah.
why are you on Twitter?
But then on July 24th, fucking Donald J. Trump, the president of the goddamn United States, wants to say, great job by Elon Musk in agreeing to build in Texas, all caps, what is expected to be the largest auto plant anywhere in the world. He kept his word to me. Tesla and Texas are big winners. Made in the USA, in all caps. And then Elon responded, thank you on behalf of the Tesla team. We look forward to building Giga Texas. Disgusting.
I hate it.
I hate him. Like, how are you saying don't do another stimulus package, but then you're buddy with Donald J. Trump? Like, I literally I
just find it.
That's
No,
right.
go off.
It's right. It's
I
frustrating.
I just find it disgusting. Like that's
it's
like
disgusting.
I hate it.
Literally just like disgusting. No one should be that rich.
No. Oh my God, no. Especially when so many people go hungry. So many people are homeless. Like, to know Jeff Bezos has enough to still be dummy rich, but then also in homelessness, like, we can't even conceptualize how rich he is. That's probably why so many people aren't even that pissed off about it. Because you can't fathom how much $1 trillion is. You don't fucking get it. I mean, I get it, and I'm mad about it, but I understand, like, I mean, at first I was like, oh, $1 trillion, that's crazy.
I get it in the sense that, like, I get it in the sense that I won't get it. Yeah. Like, I get it in the, like, I'm mad because I will never be able to conceptualize how much that is.
Yes. Sorry, I just thought of a counter argument. I'm sure somebody's going to say, before you say, oh my God, well, all of that money is in his different businesses and finances and blah, 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 he still has dummy amount of zeros in his bank account, so shut the fuck up.
Also, then, like, okay, sell it. Sell it.
That's not what we're saying. It doesn't matter that he doesn't have trillions of dollars in cash.
Yeah.
What matters
I'm sure
is
he
that
has, like,
trillions of dollars in assets.
Yeah, like, I'm sure he has, like, $10 billion homes, like...
Right.
Multiple $1 billion homes, like, all around the world. You've got all these fucking cars.
That's the other thing.
Like, whatever. I'm like, okay, get rid of it.
It's like, okay, I still can't afford to fucking pay my rent. Like,
yes, and the fact that we're still at this, like, stupid-ass minimum wage when the price of living is so much higher than that. I mean, I'm just...
I'm hot. I'm getting hot.
I know, I'm getting worked up. I'm
the
getting
only reason
heated.
I'm not as angry as I have been is that this is the 4th time I've talked about this week. I've actually angry cried about it. Like, I filmed a video of me angry crying, like, and I didn't post it. Nobody needed to see that. But, like, it just makes me, it's like, well, as somewhat of a control freak, what's not clicking? Like, it makes me want to, like, strangle people and be like,
take them by the shoulders and shake them.
Pay for my friend's rent, you know? Like, fucking pay for my friend's GoFundMe. Help them get this, help them get that, help these people get this. Like,
I want to say to like, small business owners who maybe don't understand the concept of, like, you know, distributing wealth, or like, well, like, I don't want anyone taking away my money. You're not going to have your money because you're not a fucking trillionaire. And even if you do, let's say you're a small business owner who can afford to go out to a relatively nice dinner every once in a while, and you tip your waiter much more than you should. That's distributing your wealth. That's making that, like, that's it. Like, that's what we're talking about. Like, you're already doing it. If you have some extra money to spare and you give it to a homeless person, or you tip your waiter or waitress a little more than, you know, than 20% or however much, that's distributing your wealth. You're already doing it. So, like, we're not talking about you, because you're also, like, when you look at the percentages of, like, of how much, like, you either, like, donate to organizations, give to homeless, tip your waiters, just stuff like that, the percentage of what you're doing is already far more than what these fucking trillionaires, billionaires are doing.
Yeah. It makes me think about, I've seen art accounts tweet the same thing over and over, but it's still funny regardless. It's like me and the other art account just sending the same $20 back and forth. But yeah, that's kind of like what it is. Like, I don't understand how people who have little to nothing are able to try and find just the little bit that we have to support other people who are even in worse positions or in the same position. Like, what was that? At the beginning of COVID, people on Twitter were talking about how is it college students who are funding these these bail funds, and rich people, what? They can
rich
only
people are like,
they can only match $50.
Well, what was that shit about, like, it was, like, at the beginning of, like, the protests and stuff, about, I think it was Keisha, like, before she turned on the protest.
Keisha, the mayor of Atlanta.
Yeah, the mayor of Atlanta. She was, before she turned on the protest, she was, like, out in the streets and stuff. And we're like, girl, you're the one that can do something about this. Like, it's like when you see all these, like, governors and mayors of different cities, like, going out in the protests, they're like, yeah, make the change. I'm like, you're the one that can make the change. Like, you're who we're talking about. All these fucking senators who are, like, posting, like, oh, yeah, this is so sad. Someone needs to do something. You can do something.
It's you.
You're in the position of power to be able to do it. I don't get what's not clicking? What's not clicking? I don't get it.
I'm still mad at Keisha for her little photo op for the protest, and then she went home. I'm mad at the fact that she promised she would close down this one jail in Atlanta, and she straight up has not. The fact that she continues to increase the police's budget.
I'm mad at the fact how now her biggest concern is banning the sale of water bottles on the side of the road.
Yes,
that's her biggest concern.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm sure other cities do this, or if you've been in Atlanta, you've seen this. There's a lot of young kids who, on the side of the road, especially
largely kids of color also.
Yeah, and they're usually by like exits, like off of popular roads or highways, and they're just out there selling you water bottles or Gatorades. There's literally no harm to it.
Yeah,
they're just out there, just hustling. They
trying
are
to
literally
make some money.
Think of a lemonade stand, but you're in a city. Like that's what these kids are doing.
And I've seen people talk about on Twitter. They're like, as a child, this was a lot of times like that's how I got my dinner for the night or my lunch for the next day. Like that's how they got their money, because you're from these families in poverty that they can't afford, and it's not their fault that they can't afford dinner or lunch or whatever for these kids. So it's like they're having to go out, find their own way. Truly, if you wanted to reduce the sales of water bottles, which I don't get why that's such a big deal. If you truly wanted to do that, how about you reallocate some of the money that you're putting towards the police into these smaller communities, these smaller black communities, and help increase that?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're basically talking with socialism here, and, like, if you still associate socialism with, like, the communist bullshit propaganda that we've been fed since, like, fucking what, the 80s before that, since the end of World War II, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. It is about investing in the community and caring about other people. That's literally all it's about. I didn't mean to get this heated about it, honestly. Like, I was hoping you'd be a little bit funnier, but I was hoping we'd have more jokes in
We'll come back next week with the jokes. Last week was really funny, so this week.
Elon Musk looks like tuna dip.
Elon Musk must die.
Ew, could you imagine dipping shit? Ew. Anyways, I'm vegetarian, but, I've just been thinking about this a lot recently. All I really wanted to say, too, was basically before COVID, I was kind of looking at socialism like, hey, like, a lot of my views side with that. That seems cool, blah, 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 blah. Let me, like, try and work through all the crap that I've been fed to in school that makes me think that this is bad, that it doesn't work, blah, 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 blah. But now, ever since COVID and the Black Lives Matter movement, it's becoming painfully clear that our system is just... I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with this, but I don't care. It's just messed up. Like, I don't even know if you can work through it from the inside. It just
I say like, we need a revolution.
We need a revolution, but then also that's how quickly we'll find out why we put $3 billion into the military, as we're seeing right now with Portland and
scary,
Chicago and
honest.
a lot of other cities. But it's all about the community. It's about caring about other people, investing in other people, making sure that people aren't going hungry, they're not going homeless, like that somebody can't have trillions of dollars to their name because there's somebody who has zero. Like that is literally what it's about. And like I just don't think America can really achieve that without destroying the entire system, because it was built from capitalism from day one. Let's talk about slavery. Slavery made capitalism. It's all about for profit. Like the fucking, transatlantic slave trade. I could be talking out of my ass, but I feel like it's right. And it's just bullshit. Like that, it's just day one, that's what it was all about. And it was about just like shitting on lower class people of color to benefit off of them. Because capitalism, white supremacy are shaking hands. It's like one of those little, you know what I'm talking about?
It's like,
yeah.
We should make a TikTok out of it.
Yeah, capitalism, white supremacy, doing a little handshake.
Oh yeah, I think it's like dun dun dun.
Yeah, that's what they do though.
Yeah.
So that's all I really had to say. Like I said, I was hoping this would have been funnier, but I just got too heated, and it's really been on my mind. I hate rich people.
Yeah.
I hate celebrities. I saw C recently, our lovely friend. If you're watching that, I love you, bitch. But I was telling her, if I'm ever getting my Eat the Rich tattoo lasered off, it's on site. Y'all heard that's first. Take me out. I'm not me anymore. I've sold my soul to money. Money is probably the deadliest sin out there. It's disgusting what greed does to people. We see it with people. I always bring up the fucking Kardashians. You see it with them. You see it with literally anybody who's got an ounce of money. Look at how quickly they've sold out to be this person. I don't know. I'm done. I need to shut up. I gotta shut up. Anyways.
Right. Anyways, we're quickly running out of storage on our camera. So on this very
told us to shut up.
On this very abrupt note, we're gonna have to end it here. Thank you for listening to our Eat the Rich rant. It was bound to happen, and it will continue to happen. I know we're very heated right now, but if you want to keep up with us being mad about the fucking rich, you can follow us on social media. That was a nice little segue there.
Oh, that was good. That was really good.
Getting better
that's
at it. You can follow me at Stevie Kicks on Instagram and Stevie.kick on Twitter.
And I am Colt.Francis on Instagram and ColtFrancis on Twitter. And our lovely producer, Clem, who you've been hearing her beautiful, angelic voice throughout the episode, is Bealuth on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes.
All right.
So thank you guys for listening.
TTYL, bitches.
Watching. We'll be back next week with another episode.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.